Hi, Esther. Thank you for having me. Well, for more than 20 months now, Sudan has faced a brutal conflict, as you said, and a humanitarian catastrophe, which has really not gotten the level of attention it deserves. As you said, Sudan is currently facing the largest and fastest displacement crisis in the world. And visiting displacement areas in the country, you find many people who don't have beds to sleep on, who are struggling to access food, water, or medicine. So it's really a harrowing sight. And Sudan is also facing the largest hunger crisis in the world right now. There are 25 million people, or half the population, facing severe hunger. And famine conditions have been confirmed in 5 areas in North Darfur. And that includes the Zamzam displacement camp, which is home to hundreds of thousands of displaced people, as well as parts of the Nuba Mountains. What that means concretely is that in those areas, people are facing shortages of food so severe they are pushed to eat tree leaves, soil, or insects. Local clinics are filled with children facing malnutrition, and many of them are already dying of hunger-related causes every day. So the situation is incredibly dire, and sadly, it seems to be worsening by the day.
You describe a very dire situation there. What is Mercy Corps and other aid organizations that you're working along with doing to help these children stay alive?
Well, we're doing everything we can to support children and their families to access enough food as well as other basic needs. Mercy Corps is responding in 10 states across Sudan, and our humanitarian response prioritizes cash assistance, which empowers families to meet their critical needs while also helping local markets to stay afloat during the conflict. Mercy Corps leads the Cash Consortium of Sudan, which has delivered cash to more than 500,000 people in the past year and is planning to reach another 1.5 million in 2025. But really, the needs are immense and growing, with 30 million people expected to require humanitarian assistance in 2025. And the humanitarian response for Sudan is chronically underfunded, so we need to see a lot more support from donors to bring these efforts to the scale that's required by the needs.
Sarah, very quickly, what are the concerns for the next several months?
Well, sadly, at this point, we still see no end in sight to the fighting, nor do we see any concrete guarantees from the warring parties that civilians will be protected and have unhindered access to aid. This means that people will likely continue to face violence, to be forced to flee their homes, and to plunge deeper and deeper into humanitarian needs. And actually, in their latest report, the Famine Review Committee projected that famine conditions will continue to expand over the next few months and affect 5 additional areas by May 2025. So this is extremely worrisome, and unfortunately, it seems that the situation keeps getting worse.